James, can I tell you something I hear from English learners all the time?
Sure. What do they say?
They say, I'm bad at English. I can understand English, but I can't speak. My pronunciation is terrible. I'm too old to learn. I've tried before. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I hear those sentences too.
But here's the interesting thing. Sometimes the biggest problem isn't English. It's the sentence you keep repeating to yourself.
Exactly. Because if you tell yourself, I can't speak English, again and again, your brain starts treating that sentence like a fact.
But what happens if you change just one word? Instead of, I can't speak English, you say, I can't speak English confidently, yet.
Ah, that little word changes everything.
It does, because I can't closes the door. But I can't yet leaves the door open.
And today, we're going to show you how changing a few simple thoughts can change the way you learn English, the way you handle mistakes, and maybe even the way you see yourself.
So if you sometimes feel stuck, if you understand more English than you can speak, or if you keep thinking, maybe I'm just not good at languages, stay with us. This episode is for you.
And while you listen, don't worry about understanding every single word. Listen for the main idea. Notice useful phrases. And when we ask you to repeat something, say it out loud.
Ready?
Let's do it.
James, imagine two English learners. Let's call them Anna and Daniel.
Okay.
Anna goes into a coffee shop in London. She wants to order a cappuccino. The person behind the counter asks her a question, but Anna doesn't understand.
Uh-oh.
So Anna says, Sorry? The person repeats the question. Anna still doesn't understand. Now she feels embarrassed. Her face gets hot. She becomes nervous. And finally, she just points at the menu.
I think a lot of learners know that feeling.
Definitely. Now Anna leaves the cafe thinking, my English is terrible. I studied for years and I still can't understand people. I'll never speak naturally.
Okay, and what about Daniel?
Daniel has almost exactly the same experience. He goes into a cafe. Someone asks him a question. He doesn't understand. He asks them to repeat it. He still doesn't understand. And yes, he feels a little embarrassed too.
So, what's different?
When Daniel leaves, he thinks, I didn't understand that question. Maybe I need more practice listening to real conversations.
Ah, same situation, different story.
Exactly. Anna thinks, this experience proves I'm bad at English. Daniel thinks, this experience shows me what I need to practice.
That's a huge difference.
And notice something important. Daniel isn't pretending the conversation went perfectly. It didn't. He really did struggle.
Right, he's not saying, I was amazing, when he wasn't.
Exactly. Changing your mindset doesn't mean lying to yourself. It means describing the situation in a way that helps you move forward.
Sophie, I think we do something interesting when things go wrong.
What's that?
We take one event and turn it into a story about who we are.
Give me an example.
Okay, you forget a word in English. That is the event.
Right?
But then you say, I always forget words. That's already a bigger statement. Then, my memory is terrible. And finally, I'm just not good at languages.
Oh, yes. We move very quickly from, I forgot one word, to, this is who I am.
Exactly. But those are not the same thing.
Let's make this really simple for everyone listening. Here is the fact. I forgot a word. And here is the story. I'm terrible at English.
Fact, I felt nervous in one conversation. Story, I can't speak to native speakers.
Fact, I made 5 grammar mistakes. Story, my grammar is awful.
The fact might be true, but the story might not be.
And sometimes the story hurts us more than the actual mistake. Let's practice together. I'll say a negative sentence. Then James will give you a more useful version. Repeat after James. I'm terrible at speaking English.
I'm still improving my spoken English. Again, I'm still improving my spoken English.
I always make mistakes.
I still make mistakes, but I'm getting better. I still make mistakes, but I'm getting better.
I can't understand native speakers.
I don't understand everything yet. I don't understand everything yet.
Very good. And notice, we're not trying to sound unrealistically positive. We're trying to sound accurate and hopeful.
There are 2 little words that can become surprisingly powerful.
Which words?
I am.
Interesting.
Think about these sentences. I am shy. I am bad at languages. I am not confident. I am a terrible speaker. I am slow.
They sound permanent.
Exactly. When you say, I am, you can accidentally turn a temporary situation into your identity.
So what could we say instead?
Instead of, I'm not confident, try, I don't feel very confident yet.
Much better, because feelings can change.
Instead of, I'm shy, you might say, I'm quiet when I meet new people. That's more specific. And instead of, I'm bad at English, say, there are parts of English I still find difficult.
That sentence gives you somewhere to go. You can ask, which parts? Listening, pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary, speaking.
And once the problem becomes specific, you can work on it.
Now let's talk about my favourite word from today.
I think I know.
Do you?
Yet.
Exactly. Yet is such a small word, but for learners it's incredibly useful. Listen. I can't drive. That sounds final, but I can't drive yet. Now we expect something may change.
I don't know how to use Excel. I don't know how to use Excel yet.
I can't understand movies in English. I can't understand movies in English yet.
I'm not comfortable speaking in meetings. I'm not comfortable speaking in meetings yet.
Yet tells your brain, this is my situation today. It doesn't have to be my situation forever.
Can I admit something?
Of course.
I think one reason language learners struggle is because making a mistake in a language feels more personal than making some other mistakes.
What do you mean?
Imagine you're learning tennis. You hit the ball into the net. You probably think, oops, then you try again.
Right.
But when someone says something in English and the other person doesn't understand, they sometimes think, oh no, I sounded stupid.
Yes, because language is connected to our personality. We use language to show people who we are.
Exactly. In your first language, you might be funny, intelligent, confident, quick.
But in English, you might suddenly need 10 seconds to say something very simple.
And that can be frustrating.
Very frustrating. You know what you want to say, but you don't have the words quickly enough.
So you feel like a smaller version of yourself.
That's a good way to describe it. But here's something every language learner needs to remember. Your English level is not your intelligence level. Let me say that again. Your English level is not your intelligence level.
Yes, if you need extra time to form a sentence, that doesn't mean you have nothing intelligent to say. It just means your brain is doing extra work.
James, do you know one of the biggest traps for English learners?
Perfection?
Exactly. Some learners think, I'll start speaking when my grammar is better.
Then 6 months later, I'll start speaking when my vocabulary is bigger.
Then, I'll start speaking when my pronunciation improves.
And suddenly, they've studied English for 3 years, but barely spoken it.
Because they are waiting to feel ready.
Here's the problem. Confidence usually doesn't come before you do something.
It comes after.
Exactly. You speak badly. Then you speak a little better. You survive an awkward conversation. You realize nothing terrible happened. Then you try again.
And slowly, your brain learns, oh, I can do this.
You don't become confident and then start speaking. Very often, you start speaking and then become confident.
I have a little rule that I think could help many learners.
Okay, what is it?
The 70% rule.
I'm listening.
If your sentence is 70% correct, say it.
I like that.
Seriously, if you wait until you're 100% certain about every article, every verb tense, every preposition, and every pronunciation, the conversation will be finished before you speak.
Exactly. Communication comes first. Improvement comes later.
If I understand what you mean, the conversation worked. Maybe later you can improve the grammar.
This is really important. Speaking practice is not a grammar exam.
Yes, you are allowed to say something imperfectly.
Let's imagine something. You're sitting in a meeting. Someone asks, "Does anyone have any ideas?" You actually have an idea.
But then your brain starts.
Exactly. What if my English is wrong? What if they don't understand me? What if I pronounce something badly? What if everyone looks at me?
And while you're thinking, someone else starts speaking.
Opportunity gone.
This is where we need a different goal. Instead of saying, I need to speak perfect English, tell yourself, I just need to communicate one idea.
That feels much easier.
And you can use simple phrases. I have one suggestion. Can I add something? I think we could try. From my experience.
You don't need a 5-minute speech. Start with one sentence. Let's practice those phrases. Repeat after us.
I have one suggestion. I have one suggestion.
Can I add something? Can I add something?
I think we could try. I think we could try. From my experience. From my experience. Good. Those 4 phrases alone can help you enter a conversation more confidently.
There's another mindset trick I really like.
Tell me.
Change the question.
What do you mean?
When people feel stuck, they often ask questions that have no useful answer. For example, why am I so bad at English?
Not a very helpful question.
No. Your brain might answer, because you're terrible at languages.
Thanks, brain. Very helpful.
Exactly. So change the question. Instead of, why am I bad at English? Ask, what is one part of my English I can improve this week?
Now you can take action.
Instead of, why can't I remember vocabulary? Ask, how can I practice these words more often?
Instead of, why do I always freeze? Ask, what sentence can I prepare before this conversation?
Instead of, why am I not fluent yet? Ask, what could I do for 15 minutes every day?
Better questions create better actions. Sometimes people want dramatic improvement. They want to wake up tomorrow suddenly fluent.
Would be nice.
Very nice. But language usually doesn't work like that.
It grows quietly.
Exactly. You learn a phrase, then another phrase. You understand one sentence in a movie that you couldn't understand before. You answer a question without translating in your head. You have a 2-minute conversation, then a 5-minute conversation.
And because the progress is small, you may not notice it.
which is why learners sometimes say, "My English isn't improving," even when it is.
So instead of asking, "Am I fluent yet?" ask, "What can I do today that was difficult for me 6 months ago?"
Maybe 6 months ago, you couldn't understand this podcast.
And now you're following Sophie and me having a natural conversation.
That is progress. Don't ignore it because you're not at the finish line yet.
This is important too. Some days your English will feel amazing.
You understand everything. Words come easily. You think, "Yes, finally."
And then the next day, someone asks you a simple question, and your brain goes,
Every learner knows this.
and you think, what happened? Yesterday I could speak English.
But language ability isn't perfectly consistent. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're stressed. Maybe the person speaks quickly. Maybe the topic is unfamiliar.
A difficult conversation does not erase your progress.
Exactly. One bad day is not proof that you're getting worse. It's just one bad day.
I think one of the best ways to build confidence is to collect evidence.
Explain that.
Suppose you keep telling yourself, "I can't speak English," but then you successfully order food in English.
Evidence.
You ask someone for directions.
Evidence.
You understand an English YouTube video.
Evidence.
You write an email in English.
More evidence.
You speak for 3 minutes without changing to your first language.
Evidence again.
Eventually, the sentence, "I can't speak English," becomes difficult to believe.
Because now your own life is proving it wrong.
Exactly. Confidence isn't only something you think, it's something you build, with evidence.
Okay, let's replace some old sentences. If you hear yourself saying, "My English is terrible," try, "My English is improving."
Instead of, "I make too many mistakes," say, "Mistakes show me what to practice."
Instead of, "I'm too old to learn English," say, "I may learn differently now, but I can still improve."
Instead of, "I don't have enough vocabulary," say, "I'm building my vocabulary every day."
Instead of, "I freeze when I speak," say, "I'm learning to stay calm when I speak."
And instead of, "I'll never be fluent," say, "I'm closer than I was before."
All right, James, time for our vocabulary section.
Let's learn 5 useful words and phrases from today.
Our first word is mindset. A mindset is the usual way you think about something. For example, changing my mindset helped me enjoy learning English again.
Another example, he has a positive mindset about challenges. Our second word is stuck. If you feel stuck, you feel unable to move forward or make progress. For example, I studied for months, but I still felt stuck.
Or, when I feel stuck, I change the way I practice. Number 3, improve. To improve means to become better. For example, I want to improve my pronunciation.
Or, my listening has improved a lot this year. Number 4, progress. Progress means movement toward something better. For example, my progress is slow, but I can see a difference.
And remember, progress doesn't have to be dramatic. Small progress is still progress. And our final phrase, not yet. Use not yet when something hasn't happened now, but may happen later.
For example, are you fluent? Not yet.
Can you understand every English movie? Not yet.
Have you reached your goal? Not yet.
I love that phrase.
Me too, because not yet means the story isn't finished.
Before we finish, we have a challenge for you.
And you have to do this out loud, not only in your head.
Complete this sentence. Right now, I find difficult in English. Maybe speaking, listening, pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary.
Got your answer? Now say, but I can improve it. Again, but I can improve it.
And finally, say, I don't need to be perfect. I just need to keep practicing. One more time. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to keep practicing.
Nice.
James, if someone remembers only one thing from today's episode, what should it be?
I'd say don't confuse where you are now with where you'll always be.
I like that.
Maybe you can't have a 10-minute conversation in English today. That doesn't mean you never will. Maybe you don't understand fast English today. That doesn't mean you never will. Maybe you feel nervous every time you speak. That doesn't mean you will always feel nervous.
Because your English isn't finished.
Exactly. You're still building it.
And maybe the goal isn't to wake up tomorrow as a completely different person. Maybe the goal is smaller. One new phrase, one conversation, one mistake you're no longer afraid to make, one moment when you speak even though you're nervous.
Those moments add up.
And eventually, something that once felt impossible starts feeling normal. So the next time your brain says, I can't do this, add one little word.
Yet.
I can't do this yet.
Because you're still learning.
Still growing.
Still improving.
And definitely not finished.
Before you go, we have one question for you.
Complete this sentence in the comments. One thing I can't do in English yet is...
Maybe, I can't understand movies without subtitles yet.
Or, I can't speak confidently at work yet.
Or, I can't think in English yet.
Write your sentence below. And remember to include the word yet.
Because that's the important part.
If this conversation helped you, listen to it again tomorrow. The second time, you'll understand more.
And try repeating some of the sentences with us. Listening helps you understand English, but speaking helps you make English your own.
I'm Sophie.
And I'm James.
And this is...
Talk English Daily. Keep listening.
Keep speaking.
Keep making mistakes.
And keep moving forward.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye for now.